Hello, everybody. It's time for the monthly reading. For those of you who are new to the channel and you don't know exactly how my readings work, when I'm saying partner, it does not have to be someone you're in a committed relationship with. It can be someone you feel connected to, whoever you're thinking about when you come to the reading. Really, that's what it is. It's just whoever you're thinking about when you come to the reading. And the partner's energy is here, your energy is here, and then the energy of the connection is in the middle. Okay. So if you're not familiar, with how my readings work, that's the way that I do them. My readings are really great for getting an understanding of a connection or relationship. So that's really what my readings are good for. If things come up, I do talk about the direction of the month and kind of the overall energies for the month. But it's a general reading. Okay. So that's that, guys. Thank you so much for listening in. On with the reading. Hello there, fire signs. It is time for your love reading for the month of June. The overall energy we have for the month here is seek. Okay, so I'm going to read off the cards, the energies. For the partner, we have giving and receiving, refusing to see, crown chakra. For you, we have reach out, joy and stability, and find balance. For the energy of the connection, we're crowned with embrace. They're bringing in rest and reconsider, and you're sending towards them heart chakra. Okay, and from what I'm gathering here, the energy that I'm really picking up for the month of June is this is going to be a month of really gaining clarity within yourselves. I'm just getting that it's going to be a really helpful and spiritual month. That there's going to be a lot of clarity, a lot of messages received. Very grounded. I think both of you will, be very grounded or come into a place of being really grounded this month. And I'm just really getting strongly the messages coming in that you need to get so that you're able to feel free in love. I really feel like that's going to happen in the month of June. June is going to be a key month for getting messages that you need to be free to fly. I'm getting an energy of both people learning to embrace. I'm really getting, coming into an awareness that allows them to embrace the connection, embrace what is. I'm getting growth in the heart space, growth in ability to love. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I was kind of going on a bit and then realized that the camera had stopped recording. Okay. So luckily I hadn't said too much. But what I was saying is when it comes to this partner, they're thinking a lot about the reciprocity, the giving and receiving, and how they can bring that about in some way in the physical realm. They're wanting, like, how they can make it more balanced. And I'm really getting that something that maybe you have said, or some way that you're reaching out, some love that they feel towards them, something is alluring them. Okay. They're feeling this deep connection, something that's kind of touching them really deeply, and they're focused on, like, if you're saying something to them, they're focused on these words. They're focused on you in some type of way. And whatever you're saying is causing them to be able to see some things that they couldn't see before. And it's really about self-expression, like you expressing yourself, is making them want to express themselves, something like that. Yeah, they're wanting to express themselves. They're wanting this self-expression to go back and forth. Because in some way they feel some type of balance, like between the two of you, some type of harmony, like a yin and yang, like two opposites that are the same. And it's like they're really coming into some deep awareness, like their intuition, spiritually, on a deep soul level. They're getting some understanding. They're awakening. And there's this balance that they want. Now they may be struggling a bit with listening to their intuition. In some ways, this person could be a little disorganized mentally, where they're a little hard-headed, and in some ways it's like some things that they think they know, they don't really know what they're talking about. Like this, I'm getting like this internal dialogue that's kind of going on in their head and what they're telling themselves. And they think they're accurate in this, but they're not. There's a lot that they're just not seeing. I'm getting like a dualistic mind, a mind that thinks in two ways, that hasn't found a solid ground or a solid space for itself, just kind of thinking in more than one way, back and forth, maybe not really clear mentally. The truth being behind them a little bit, where they're still unable to see the truth in some ways. And this is really the issue behind them, because I'm getting that they want to do this self-expression. Okay, they're wanting to express themselves. They're wanting to come forth with this compassion and have this equal giving and receiving between the two of you, this back and forth openness of pure self-expression. And their intuition is pushing them towards that. They're feeling that. They're getting new information in regards to that. They're awakening when it comes to that. They're seeing that, they're getting pulled. I'm getting that they're getting pulled into balance within themselves. And this balance is kind of pushing them to want to express themselves. But then it's like the things that they can't see, and it's certain dialogues and this dualistic mentality is what's causing them to kind of wait. So some of them are not taking that action that they're wanting to take with that self-expression. They're wanting to express themselves, but then they're not actually doing it because of a disorganized mind or something that they're really not seeing clearly. So because of that, instead of taking that step, they're waiting on more information or something, more messages or something from you. It's like they're leaving the love on the table. They could be thinking thoughts like maybe it's not the right time. But really, this is kind of an illusion within their own mind. Like the whole reason that they're waiting has to do with their dualistic mind. It really doesn't have anything to do with them needing whatever this message is or whatever they're waiting on. It's like they're going to be waiting forever if they don't get out of the dualistic mind and set themselves on the course that they want to be on. That's the real issue that I think that they may not be seeing. And see, it's like they're feeling like they're abundant, like they have everything. So this person may have some things within themselves that they still need to balance in order to even have this give and take type of, back and forth, this balanced back and forth that they think they want. They may not be quite able to achieve that if they don't get out of this dualistic thinking and kind of get moving. I'm getting that they may be a little content with just receiving, and they're not seeing it may be in some ways that they need to give, or how it's not going to be balanced without that. Yeah, they're still, because of this place that they're in within their mind, they're still needing some support coming out of this dualistic mindset. That's what I'm getting. They're needing some type of support. It's like they're wanting these messages or this information to come in that kind of really gets the fire burning in their heart. Like they're really trying to melt the ice off of their heart. They're trying to melt the coldness away. And maybe because of past experiences and things like that, they've hardened their heart or closed their heart off in a lot of ways. And this is where this dualistic type of mindset comes from, because their heart isn't fully open. And so they may be it's like they feel optimistic, like they could do it. They have what it takes, but they're using these messages or something like that to help them do that, to give them the support that they need to kind of continue to kind of get their heart where they want it to be. And see, what I'm getting is they may still not be able to see where they need to give and how. It's certain things that this person can't see clearly. And it's really because they're resisting what they know. I'm getting that this person could be resisting their intuition. Okay, these messages that are coming in within themselves that they're getting, they still have some balancing to do within themselves, because I'm getting that they're really fighting, in a sense, to they're in their head space a lot, and they're resisting. It's like they're resisting a lot of what they know deep within themselves, deep within their intuition. They're still trying to be in control. Yeah, they're resisting their intuition. And it's because there's some things that they still don't see about themselves. Yeah, they think they know something that they don't know. So it's really like they're coming up with some kind of story, and it's going to be different for different people, but it's like they're coming up with some kind of story of what this is, and they're not realizing that this story that they're coming up with is really about them. It's not really about this other person. It's like they need to look in the mirror. So and then it's like for you, I feel like with this energy of them resisting their intuition, and I feel like you, fire sign, are getting a little, how can I say it? A little sick of it. It's kind of like getting a little sick of that energy, a little sick of, I hate to say it, I don't want to say sick of, but a little tired of, like, you're getting irritated by it, like you're wanting that energy to move on. It's kind of like, okay, enough already. Now, when I look at where you are, fire sign, it's like you're going higher, but at the same time, it's like I'm getting that a lot of you may be reaching out, or have reached out recently, or will be reaching out. And you're wanting to go higher, but you're still looking over at them to see. It's kind of like you're trying to see if they're getting it yet. Like seeing if they're waking up, seeing what's going on, because I'm getting that you're expressing yourself. Okay. At some point you're being self-expressive. You're expressing yourself in some way. And that's what they're picking up on, when you're expressing yourself to them. It's like they want to express themselves too, but they're kind of stuck a little bit within themselves. Yeah, it's like you're expressing yourself. You're trying to organize things. It's like you're being optimistic. You're communicating out of optimism and motivation, to, you're trying to pull some strings here. It's like you're trying to pull these pieces together. You are trying to help them. You may be trying to be supportive to them in some type of way. Because you may be picking up the fact that there's some awakening or something that's happening with them. And you're trying to be supportive and pull some strings, and at the same time balance your emotions. It's like you're really you're doing this from a place of love. Like you're coming from a place of love when it comes to them. So no wonder I'm seeing like they're getting this loving, tender energy that really is alluring to them and that's helping to wake them up. But it's like you're being in control. I'm getting that you're really balanced. I don't want to say in control because it's not like you're trying to control. It's more so that you're just in a strong place emotionally. That's what I'm getting. Like you're in a strong place emotionally. And it's like you're reaching out to them. You're expressing yourself. And you're optimistic. You're doing all of this and balancing your emotions, all because it's like you're trying to build a strong foundation. Okay. You're being disciplined, organized, practical, everything all at once, at the same time being deeply emotional and coming from an emotional place. But this is a really strong energy. You want a strong, solid foundation. And I'm just getting a feeling of, you have some peace within yourself. Like you have built a strong foundation within yourself that you're now wanting to share with someone else. Like you're wanting to share it with this person. And like you're building, like you want to build this strong foundation where you two can kind of balance your sensitive issues, the things that you're sensitive about. It's like you're trying to reach out in a way. It's like you're wanting to overcome this pushing of buttons with each other. You're wanting things to kind of get balanced. It's like you're not wanting it to be all heart and no thought, and you're not wanting things to be all thought and no heart. It's like you're wanting this balance. And I'm getting that you're kind of dealing with overcoming some of your sensitivities and things that you're allowing your buttons to be pushed by. And you're really building this strong foundation within yourself where you have more happiness within yourself and you're more stable within yourself. And that's where I'm getting this energy of not wanting to manipulate, but wanting to make things happen. Like you're wanting to get things moving. It's like, I'm really getting like you're almost trying to be, you're coming from a spiritual place where you're like almost wanting to be like this, humanitarian, like you care. So this support that they're needing, you may very well, you're still trying to decide if you're going to give it to them. Okay. You're still trying to decide on what you want to do with this. Do you want to give them this? Do you want to provide this support? Is it worth it? Do I feel like dealing with that? Because there's your balance, but at the same time, I am getting an energy of kind of just being a little irritated with this person, maybe, and their growth and their progress, or like where they are in some way. You might have a little bit of impatience. That's what I can say. A little bit of impatience. Because you're wanting your own needs met. You know, it's like you want to give them this support, but at the same time, you're thinking about what you need and what you want. So you're trying to decide if you're, you know, it's like, I don't want to sacrifice. Do I want to sacrifice my own wants and needs to give this person this support that they need? And so that's kind of throwing you off balance. You know, that's where it's like it's getting a little hard for you to deal with, maybe by the end of the month, a little bit hard to cope with, because it's kind of like you're feeling like you want everything to be balanced. You don't want things to be all over the place, and you want your needs met just as much as you want to meet theirs. So some of you could be struggling a little bit with the way you're viewing yourself, or your own, you know, kind of struggling with maybe your self-worth, your self-love a bit. Because what I'm really getting is your ability to provide this support or not is kind of based on how you view yourself. How you view yourself is going to determine how well you can kind of cope with this situation. Yeah, you're very undecided about this person. It's like you're trying to figure out what to do next. You're definitely, and it's based on the past. It's based on the way things have gone traditionally between the two of you. And, you know, your consideration for your own wants and needs. And you are really, really thinking a lot about what you're going to do with this person, what decision you're really going to make. And it's and I'm getting that this energy is there kind of for most of the month. You're definitely going to get some heart growth, you know, some expansion out of this month. So it's kind of like both of you are having to seek within yourselves to see. It's like I'm getting that you're both at this place where you're having to decide if you're going to embrace this or not. And I'm getting that that's kind of occurring with the both of you, and you're both trying to get the messages that you need to kind of see if you're really going to embrace this or not. Because I'm getting that they're feeling a little weary, like it's been a long journey, a hard road for them. They're reconsidering some things, and it's just really that this person's mind isn't all the way clear. That's the biggest thing that I'm getting with them. Yeah, they may kind of be sulking a bit and feeling like they don't have the support that they need, and you're not being as supportive or something like that. But see, once again, this is based on this person really having more things to kind of work out within themselves, so that they see how they are the ones holding themselves back. They're not breaking free within themselves. They're being hard-headed. You know, they're having a train of thought that they're holding on to that is not benefiting them. They're needing to break down the barriers within themselves to love. And then it's like they're wondering if this foundation is really there. It's like they want a foundation too. But it's really that their perception isn't clear. They don't mean any harm. They don't mean, it's not malicious. They don't have any ill intentions. It's the way that they're seeing something. So they may very well actually need the support. But then they need, it's like, but they have to give it to themselves, okay? So either way, it's not like you could ever do it for them. That's not going to happen. They have to do it within themselves. But this very tender, gentle, pure love energy, like when you love them from a place of, like, from a soul place, like getting rid of, the whole, your ego identity and, all of these different thoughts and stuff like that, it is helping them. But because their perception isn't clear, it's a fine line, because they're not really seeing things all the way clear. Okay? They're not listening to themselves. And see, this thinking is so unclear. They could think that they are. So they mean well. It's just that their perception isn't all the way clear. For you, you're in a place where you're trying to be open-hearted, and you're trying to embrace this new level of open-heartedness, and you're trying to make peace with it. You are focused on them. But it's going to take you having to overcome. I feel like for you to really get through this month, you're really going to have to overcome some of the deepest barriers that you have within yourself to love. And then for them, they're going to have to deal with, for the partner, what's really in their way is this idea of roles, like what they're really supposed to be doing, what they're not supposed to be doing. It's kind of like what men do, what women do, these ideas of what's appropriate, what's not, and what position they're supposed to play. That is what's really getting in their way. Okay, that stuff is not helping them. They really need to overcome that and just listen to themselves. I'm getting that they're not listening to themselves because they do have a lot of ideas about what is, supposed to be appropriate and what isn't. It's some type of issue with a role. And the thing is, with these roles, it causes you to wear masks. It's causing you to, you're not able to really express yourself because you're trapped behind the mask of your role. Yes. Okay. So then when I pulled the card from the Romance Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue, we got getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So that's what this is here. It's like, it's really about the both of you being able to reveal yourselves. And that is really the issue here. Okay. So the answers that you both are seeking lie on the other side of revealing yourselves. That's what I'm really getting. So you're both going to have to overcome some things to do that. It's like for this partner, they have to overcome this, what they think they are supposed to do or not do, in order to reveal themselves and, to be able to overcome and embrace what's here for them. And then for you, it's like, you're going to have to be able to overcome these barriers that you have within yourself, based on maybe what you think, how you think things are supposed to go. Based on the past, based on what what you feel, how you're seeing yourself. If you're relating your self-worth to the connection, versus your self-worth just coming straight out of you, where you know your worth regardless of what's going on. But if you're relating your self-worth to the connection, then you're going to have a big barrier, because then you're going to feel like, well, if I continue to open my heart, if I continue to reveal myself, if I continue to love, then that means I don't value myself. But that's connecting that right there is not valuing yourself, when your value isn't inherent to you. It shouldn't be based on anything outside of yourself in any way. So that means it's not just if a person is not doing or giving something that we feel they should, then that says that we have low self-worth or low self-value. But we're forgetting that if they are, and we think that it has something to do with our value somehow, that's a problem too. That's an issue of lack of self-worth. Okay, because self-worth is of the self. Okay, which means it is not affected. It should not be affected by anything external, in good or bad. If it's a positive way or a negative way, it still shouldn't be affected from something outside of yourself that is external. Okay. So if you, let me see here. I'm going to see, that's one thing too. I did switch up the readings, guys, where now it's, air signs, fire signs, water signs, earth signs, for the monthlies. And, I switched things up a lot. But the thing is, it's a good thing, because it allows me to, focus a bit better than, my paying clients that are doing the readings with me. My readings are just much, much better, because I don't have, I'm able to breathe a little bit more. I'm trying to cut doing as many one-on-ones, because I had, just at one point, it was just so much and so many people pulling, at my coattails, that it was just like, you know what I mean? So I have to be able to balance my own energy, and I'm able to do that more with switching things up. So, I'm able to, put more energy into my readings, because I'm really big. That's one thing that was a big thing with me. What made me so popular with people for private readings was the fact that, I did put so much energy and, into my readings. And I would give, so much information, and I could just, get all kind of messages and stuff like that. But then it's like, it's like quantity or quality, so I really went for quality, and I was able to really improve, well, it wasn't really improve, but be able to stick with the quality that I like when it comes to my readings. So let's look at the biggest thing that's blocking this situation. And remember, guys, if my work resonates with you, be sure to join the Divine Tarot Love Club on Patreon, where you'll get more readings. That club is really, it's going now. If you join now, there's stuff that's going to be available for you now, but it's really going to get going really good in June. But there's readings and stuff there, and I'm really taking, I'm taking that group. I feel like almost it's like a energetic agreement of sorts, where the people that are in that group, I really feel that they're really taking their journey serious. They're taking their love life serious. They're taking themselves serious, and they're really serious about love and about being able to have the kind of love that they really want in their lives. And I really feel that that is the purpose of that club, and that's what I'm there to help them do. Those are the messages that I'm there to bring. So if I feel like, I'm getting a message, if I wake up and I feel like I'm getting a message that needs to go for them, I'm going to be posting that. So things like that, if I feel led, I like to live divinely inspired. I don't like people to, do this day. Are you doing that day? I like to follow, my soul. I like to follow the universe, the energy. So if I wake up and I feel like doing something extra, like I need to do this type of reading, then I'm going to get up and do it, like that type of thing. But then if I don't feel it that day, I'm not going to rush it. That's how I like to be. That's how I like to operate. But I recommend you guys check it out. And then remember, on June 4th is going to be the episode on my online show, which the links for all of that stuff is going to be in the description box. But it's going to be on understanding the twin flame dynamic in a really serious way. Like, we're really going to break it down. So like, if you're a person that's kind of tired of maybe the pattern that you've been on in relationships, or if you felt connections that you just don't understand, like you're really struggling in some ways and you want some real clarity about what the real deal is with these connections, why things aren't working out, why things are going the way that they're going, and what is necessary to make it better, then you definitely need to be listening into that show. At the end, I will be taking calls so people can ask questions that they want to ask directly. But I recommend that you definitely listen into the show, because this is going to be some information that is not everywhere. Okay. And it's going to be extremely beneficial and helpful. Okay. So if some of you are on like this merry-go-round or this roller coaster, it'll definitely get you off of that. Okay. So check it out. Check it out. Already I'm getting a message about what's going on here. What's really blocking this connection, and what the issue really is this month between you and this person, is I'm really getting that neither of you are fully believing in it enough to be dedicated enough to bring it to fruition, or to bring it to a successful place. I'm getting doubt. That's really what I'm getting. Neither one of you are stable in your decision or your belief about the connection. And it's like, if one really believes it, then the other one will. That type of thing sometimes is like that. So it's like, that's really what I'm getting. The momentum is missing that is really necessary for this connection. That momentum is missing because there's doubt. Nobody is stable in what they truly believe about this situation. Some maybe still be superficial about the situation and haven't really gone deep enough to find that stability about this situation. I don't know. It's like the universe is saying, like, I don't know if you really do believe, if you really believe in this, if you have to not doubt it if you're going to give it the momentum that it needs to come to fruition. That's the blockage here. That's what the issue is. That's the problem here. That's the problem. And it may be a deep buried doubt, but it's a doubt there. And how do we know this? That's why you're looking for clues, the both of you. You wouldn't be looking for clues and trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together if you really believed it. You're looking for something to help you believe in it. So there's your proof right there that you don't really believe in it and that there's doubt. And that's what I'm picking up on for both people. There's doubt and both are looking for clues. And then nobody is kind of taking off. That's why both of you haven't fully taken off your masks and really, there's still been a lot of looking for clues and playing roles. Okay. And that's just because there's still doubt there. And that is the biggest blockage. So if you want to clear out a blockage, if you want to get things moving a bit more with this relationship in a positive direction, get clear on what your desire really is, and what you really believe, and what, if you're choosing this or not, and what decision you're going to be anchored to. That's what it's going to take. Okay. So, fire signs, y'all hear my, so that is your reading for the month of June. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, guys, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, share the readings, things like that. Anything you do to help support the channel allows me to continue to do this. That's what allows me to be here for you guys, to put these readings out and get this out for you. I'm doing it for you, so now, other than that, guys, if my work resonates with you and you feel led, if you feel a nudge within yourself, join the Divine Tarot Love Club. I highly recommend it. If you feel it in your intuition, do it. Okay. I'm really excited about that and the journey that we're going to be on within that club. And I really look forward to, what's going to come of it, because I feel like it's really going to be life changing for a lot of people. And then, you get readings. So, you'll get, monthly readings, depending on, for the $1 a month, you can get a monthly twin flame reading. That's an excellent one, just for the $1 a month, so, and then beyond that, you can go up to getting up to even $4 a month, depending on if you do the 20 or more. But then the 20 or more group gets bonus readings. So like any extra readings that I do, they get a lot of, they'll be getting the first bonus readings or different types of readings. It'll go to that group first, which I like to do that because the smaller the group, the more I can hone in on the energies, and that people can get more deeper information, more detailed information, even though I'm detailed anyway, so, but that's that, guys. Thank you so much. I love you guys so much. Please tune in to the radio show on the Twin Flames this Sunday. The information to view is going to be in the description block, if I can talk, in the description box below. Be there. I look forward to it. I'm going to be feeling for your energy. Okay. So thank you guys so much. Love you. Mwah. Bye.